this Burnout Extra, I'm going to show you why paying close attention to your crankshaft and your engine is so key when either rebuilding, ripping apart, or putting in even a new crankshaft in your engine. I actually made this mistake firsthand because I felt my crankshaft and it felt okay and it looked all right, and so I decided to just slap it back in. However, I had the main bearing caps in and everything back together on the bottom end with the pistons in, and sure enough, it wouldn't turn over by hand. So this is a prime example of why you should be close and attentive to your crankshaft right away once you pull it out or when you're putting it in, because that is so important to the bearings you're about to install. And the best example of that is, once again, the mistake I made. So these are brand new bearings, and this is one of the bearing spots, and these are the piston bearings, sorry. This is one of the spots where there was a gack in the crankshaft. There was a little chip in it. And then this is from a spot that it wasn't, and it was on a smooth piston. So I'll show you up close a little bit, but ultimately there's an entire ring around the bearing. And this is only one side of it, but this is a brand new bearing, and it's still essentially slicing into the bearing. Where this one here, much more smooth. You can see a little bit more normal wear and tear. There's still a couple shiny spots that shouldn't be there. However, for the most part, this is relatively close to what it should be, and it should not be cutting in and making a groove like this one. So if I ran my hand over it, I can almost feel like a notch in it, like it would old piece of wood or something like that. So this is not what you want to happen. You obviously want them all to glide smoothly. And so the fix to that is take your crankshaft and have it be sanded. And if it's sanded and it's still not good, you're going to need to get it bored down, which just means they need to put it on a lathe and essentially cut it smooth once again. That's adjusting your crankshaft, and at that point, depending on how much you bore it, you would need different bearings. So I sent this out, had a gentleman sand it for me, and I just received it back. Like, this is the first time I'm looking at it now. And I had everything together, but I had to rip it apart because of this one problem that I knew was an issue. So at this point, once again, checking your crankshaft, super important. And now I'm in the position I can get another set of rod bearings, put the new ones on, and move forward with rebuilding. So once again, that's the importance of the crankshaft. And we'll get a couple close-ups of this, but you want to pay very close attention to specifically where the bearings ride on the crankshaft, both for the main cap bearings and the rod bearings. That is super important with the crank, more than pretty much anything else. Obviously, you want it to be straight and not bent and things like that, but other than that, making sure there's no chips where the bearings ride is super important. So that's all for this Burnout Extra. That was my huge setback on this Ford 292, but it will be going together soon. So stay tuned for more videos on this Ford 292 V8 engine that will be going in the Ranchero eventually. And you can count on more videos that will be put together as far as when this engine is being built and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Definitely like the video if it helped you out. Leave some comments on what you might need to see or what we may have missed in the past when rebuilding an engine. Definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell. And check us out on burnoutshow.com. That's our website, and you can see everything up there as well. That's all for now. Thank you for watching.